Hey, welcome back to day 3 of Angular 20 Bootcamp. I am Sandip Jaiswar, and today we will unlock the power of directives and pipes. These are the hidden gems that make your template dynamic and clean. By the end of this video, you will know how to show hide element conditionally, loop through lists, and format data beautifully with pipes. What are the structural directives? They change the structure of the DOM. Most commonly used ngIf, ngFor, and ngSwitch. Now let's jump into the code and we will see how it works. How ngIf works. So we will start with the ngIf directive to check the structural directive code flow. To check the structural directive code flow, we will create another component, and that would be directives and pipes. To generate component, let's write first. We will clear this. Okay, ng generate component. Ng generate component. The component name would be directives hyphen pipes, and that would be a standalone. We got these 4 files. I'll clear this up. Okay, let's comment for being now these 2 component, and I'll give the permission to this new component. Let's resolve the dependency by importing this component into app.ts. And we will copy this component. We will add this component in app.html file. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it's visible in the web browser, which means our component is visible and added successfully. Now let's declare one variable is active. True. And I'll remove this. Add p tag star ngIf and I'll use that variable, this variable. So if this is true, then this message will get print you are logged in, and we will create exact opposite of this. If it's false, if this is false, then we will change the message. Please log in, continue. Log in to continue. Please log in to continue. Fine. Now we will add one button to check the difference, to make it more interactive. Uh, the button name would be toggle. Let's write. So this would be toggle active. This will switch. This will change the variable value. So the purpose of this button, the purpose of adding this button is to change the value of this variable. Toggle active. Click is active. So here we are changing the value. On click of this button, we are changing the value of this variable. Let's see. Why it's not working? You are logged in. Please log in. Okay. Let's see, is there any error in the... Okay, there is some dependency. ngIf directive was used in the template, but neither ngIf directive. Okay, so here we have to import this common module. Let's make it standalone true. Oh, it's not here. Sorry, it's the wrong place. Standalone true, and we will import the common module. This is the common module. Now currently the variable is true, so it's showing you are logged in. Now we will change it, change the value by clicking this button. Please log into it. So this is the ngIf. It will include or exclude the element into the DOM. Now let's see how ngFor works. The purpose of ngFor is to loop the list. For that, we required to create a list of items. Let's create a list of users. So I will create a users variable, and let's add some data. Username Sandip. Let's add couple of more properties. The first would be a name. The second would be the data of join. So this would be my join date, 2019 1 dot 1 and 1. Okay, let's add another property balance, example 5 something kind of floating value, be anything. I'll copy this and why this error is showing. Let me check this error, why this is coming. Expected, where is, okay, so this is a syntax error. Let's change the data. Let's change this value as well, 4 and 3. Now we will loop this variable into this HTML. For that, we will use the ULLI element. ULLI. Now we have to loop this li element. For that, let's use the directive ngFor. So this is the syntax. Let means we are declaring the variable let user of users, and let's declare the index variable as I means index. Now we will bind this data. So this would be I would be the index plus 1. So this will start from 1, not from 0. I will use the strong element to print a bold username dot name upper pipe. To print the uppercase, we are using this pipe. This is a default pipe which is provided by Angular. Default, or you can say a predefined pipe. There are a couple of more predefined pipes Angular has. Here would be the join date, join interpolation, double mustache. We will print the user join date. Again, we will use the pipe to format the date. This is a BR tag for a next line. Balanced. Now we will print the amount. User dot. Here also we will use the currency pipe. So here is the output. This is the index. This is the index, and it has printed all the data beautifully. Let's see another example of ng class and ng style directives. So these are the attribute directives which will help you to add class name to the element conditionally. Let's create a div ng class. So this would be a condition. So let's give a class name active box, and let's use the this existing variable is active. Inactive box. Using not, we'll check if this is false, then sorry, is inactive. If this is false, then this class will apply to this element, and if this is true, then this class will apply to this element. Let's write some text. This box changes style based on is active, and let's bind the active variable here so that we can see the two-way data binding as well. Oops, we need to add the style as well. We need to declare the style. This is class, so I will use the dot. Background color o color. Let's give the permission. Let's create another class, inactive. We will change this to red. The color would be red and the background would be, let's change the color code. So okay, let's see the changes. Can you see the changes? If it is inactive, if this is false, then this another class is applying over this element. Let's see the another example of ng style. To add the ng style to this element, we need to write ngstyle. So this is the syntax of ngstyle directive. We can use the same condition to this, but the difference between these two directives is this will add, the ng class will add the class name, and this will apply the style properties. So instead of class name, we will write the property border style. This is the style property border colon is, we will use the same variable. If this is true, if is active is true, then we will change the border to pixel solid green, or if it's false, then we will change the border color red. Let's add one more property, adding. Again, we will use the same variable is active. If it's true, then the padding would be 10 pixel, otherwise 20 pixel. Let's see. So this is working as expected. Now let's take an example of chain pipe. To create an example of chain pipes, let's declare one more variable today. Today's date, new date. Okay, we'll create a paragraph p tag. Today upper class plus slice. Now let's see. Okay, it's coming. We will use the directives over here to modify the output. So this is an example of chain directive. We will use the today variable, and we will use date pipe. So if I am using the pipe here to write something, to adding more parameters to this date pipe, uppercase. So this is an example of, which means this is an example of chained pipes, because we are using the pipe and we are getting a more modified data. Now we will slice. Now let's give a value of 0, 15. Let's see the output. Something is wrong. Date upper pipe. Oh, here is the spelling mistake. My bad. So we have added two more properties. We are using two more properties of this date pipe, uppercase and slicing. That's it for today. Today you learned how to control DOM with directives and transform the data on the fly with pipes. Tomorrow in day 4, we will dive into forms in Angular. So there are two types of forms in Angular. Number 1, template driven and reactive form. Don't miss it. If you found this video helpful, do hit like button and comment down below your doubts and subscribe if you haven't already.